Hello. In today's lecture 3, we are going to solve some problems based on probability. Okay, let us start our process. So the first problem is a coin is tossed 10 times with the frequencies head 7 and tail 3. Find the probability of each event. Very good. It is very simple. Probability of head is equals to, we know that probability of any event is equals to the number of times that event happened by the total number of times. So how many times head happened? 7 times. By total number of times? 10. That is equals to 0.7. And probability of event tail, P of t, is equals to number of times tail happened, 3 times, by total number of times, 10. That is 0.3. That's it. So simple. Let us go to the next problem. So the second problem is a dice is thrown 100 times with the following outcomes. Outcomes and frequencies are given. 1 occurred 13 times, 2 occurred 16 times, 3 occurred 19 times, 4 occurred 23 times, 5 occurred 14 times and 6 occurred 15 times. Right? So we have to find the probabilities of each outcome. Very simple. Probability of outcome 1. We say it as P of E1. So number of times that particular event happened. Which event? 1 happened. Probability of 1 we are finding. 1 happened. Number of times 1 happened is 13. By total number of times 100. That is 0.13. Probability of occurring 2. That is 16 by 100. That is 0.16. Probability of E3. E3 is nothing but event 3 is occurrence of 3. Probability of occurrence of 3. That is equals to 19 by 100. 100 is total number of times. That is 0.19. So P of E4. E4 is nothing but event of occurrence of 4 when a dice is thrown. That is 23 by 100. 23 times 4 occurred. Okay. That is 0.23. Then probability of E5. E5 is nothing but occurrence of 5. How many times 5 occurred? 14 times. By total number of times 100. That is 0.14. P of E6. Probability of occurrence of 6. That is how many times 6 occurred? 15 by total number of times 100. That equals 0.15. That's it. Understood? Let us go for the next problem. So let us see the third problem. A student tries 20 problems and solves 13 problems correctly. Find the probability of solving the problem correctly. Okay. So what is the given data here? The total number of problems. Total number of problems. How many total number of problems are there? 20. Number of problems solved correctly. Number of problems solved correctly. How many number of problems he solved correctly? 13. So the probability of solving the problems in a correct way is, say, P of C. That is equals to 13 by the total number of problems, 20. That equals to 0.65. This is the probability. That's it. So simple. Let us move to the fourth problem. A shooter tries 15 times and shoots the target 9 times. Find the probability of not shooting. Here the given data is total number of times he has tried. Total trials is equals to 15. and 9 times he shoots. So number of times he shoots is equals to 9 times, but we have to find the probability of not shooting. So shooting we know, but not shooting we don't know. How to find that? In 15 trials, 9 times he shot, but how many times he didn't shoot that particular target? Not shooting. How many times? 15 minus 9, that is equals to 6. So 6 times he failed to shoot that particular target. Now we need to find the probability of this particular not shooting target. Probability of not shooting is equals to number of times he missed the target, that is 6 times, by the total number of times he tried, that is 15. 6 by 15, that is 2 by 5, that equals to 0.4. I think you understood. So here what is the problem given? In the problem, a shooter tried 15 times, that is total number of trials is 15, and 9 times he succeeded in shooting that particular target, and he missed the target for how many times? 15 minus 9, that is 6 times. So the probability of not shooting is equal to number of times he missed the target by the total number of trials, that is 6 by 15 equals to 2 by 5 equals to 0.4. That's it. So simple. Let us see the fifth problem. 2 coins are tossed simultaneously 200 times with the following outcomes. 2 heads 80, 1 head 90 times, no head 30 times. So find the probability of each event and find the probability of occurrence of 2 tails. Right? So find the probability of each event. It is so simple. We already did this sort of problem. So probability of occurrence of 2 heads. 2 heads. Right? Probability of occurrence of 2 heads is equals to the number of times 2 heads occurred, that is 80, by total number of trials, that is 200. Right? And probability of occurrence of 1 head, that is equals to number of times 1 head occurred, that is 90, by total number of times, that is 200. And probability of occurrence of no head is equals to number of times no head occurred, that is 30, by total number of times 200. Right? And now we need to find the second part. Find the probability of occurrence of 2 tails. So 2 tails is nothing but when you toss 2 coins, what are the possible outcomes for you? Either you will get head head, or you will get head tail, or you will get tail head, or you will get tail tail. Okay. So 2 heads 80 times is over. 1 head means totally this part, 90 times over. No head. No head means both are tails. That means this case 2 tails is nothing but the case of no head. So the probability is nothing but P of no head is equals to P of tail tail, which is equals to 30 by 200 only. These two are same, but the question asked is little bit different. Right? Find the probability of occurrence of 2 tails. If you see this part, you may find that there are no 2 tails in the particular problem given. So how can I find? No problem. Just understand the question properly, then you can easily solve it. Right? So no head is nothing but occurrence of 2 tails only. That is equals to 30 by 200. So simple. It is just understanding the problem. That's it. So let us see the sixth problem. The percentage of marks obtained by a student in the monthly unit tests are given by Unit Test 1 82%, 2 74%, in 3 85%, fourth unit test 68%. Now what we need to find? Find the probability of getting more than 80%. Probability of getting more than 80%. That we have to find. Okay. So how many number of unit tests were conducted? Total number of unit tests is equals to 4. 4 unit tests were conducted. Now you see the data clearly. In how many unit tests the student got more than 80%? In the first unit test he got 82 and in third unit test he got 85. So in 2 unit tests he got more than 80%. So number of unit tests in which student got more than 80% is equals to number 2. Therefore, probability of getting 80%. Probability of getting 80%. Just you call it as P of G. Okay. More than 80%. That is equals to number of times the event happened. That is 2 by total number of events or total number of tests here. That is 4. The number of times event happened is 2 times and the total number of tests is equals to 4. That is equals to 1 by 2 equals to 0.5. That's it. So, the last part of our lecture 3, solve the following. A coin is tossed 50 times with 17 heads. What is the probability of getting a tail? This is the first problem. 2 coins are tossed simultaneously 80 times and the data recorded is number of heads and frequencies are given. What is the probability of getting 2 heads? These 2 problems you solve and the answers you comment me in the comment box. Put the answers in the comment box. Okay. If you like this video, please just give me thumbs up, like the video and share it to your friends also. Encourage them to follow my videos. Right? Thank you. See you again. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe.